Start it. So, change in the number of people. Why? No class today? Okay. Okay, so what do you find in the newspaper today? Anything good? Today there are hardly news items in the newspaper. So on first page there is one interesting news that talks about elections, or specifically election commission. Is it important? Yes? So this one, election stolen, alleges Rahul Gandhi. Election Commission demands proof under oath. Now, again, this is a news in transition that we will see what will happen in this particular news, what Election Commission takes as an action. But we should know what is exactly happening, why suddenly Rahul Gandhi has made some claims against Election Commission of India, also obviously against BJP, that's a different thing. Now, he came up with few datas about the electoral roll. So he's tried to show that there are so many wrong entries available in the electoral roll. So for example, there are so many duplicate voters. Same person is registered to vote in different constituencies. So this is duplicate entry. Now if it is in different constituencies, that's a different case. Same constituency, same place where the voting has to take place, and your name is there for 3 times, 4 times. So this kind of duplicacy is there in the electoral roll. This is one thing. Second, fake and invalid address. So you can see that video circulating in the market wherein Rahul Gandhi was showing that, see, the address, same address is there, 00 is mentioned everywhere. So such things are done. Then for a one particular address, so many people are mentioned. How is it possible that at one address so many people are living? 15, 20, 30, 40. So this seems to be some kind of manipulation. Maybe someone has done this, right? Is it possible? Let's say I want to win in the elections. I need just few more votes. So I'll bring some more people and tell that they are domicile of this area. I'll mention this place as the address. Done. They'll vote for me. Outsiders. Is it possible? So this is the allegation. All these are actually the allegations being made by Rahul Gandhi against Election Commission, and he even made so many other claims, saying that in 2024 BJP came to power by doing this thing is something they are claiming. Now see, if there is some claim against a political party, that's a different case. If there is a claim against Election Commission, then that is something way more serious which we need to understand. Okay, what is the job of Election Commission? Core job? Conduct the election. But there is one word we add in the conducting elections. Anyone can conduct election. Yes, free and fair. That fairness matters. If the Election Commission is tilted a little bit towards ruling party or any party, then what will happen? What will happen? 2 parties are in election. Election Commission just has little bit partiality towards one party. What will happen as a result? Tell me. They will win. Then, okay, they won. Now what? Okay, they appoint the same person as Chief Election Commission. Okay, that is fine. What is the broader impact for the country? Corruption? Okay, corruption will be there. Go above or go deeper. So it takes so many years, so much effort to build a democracy, and it's very easy to break it. Right? To break the democracy. The basic thing about democracy is when the election is taking place, after the results are announced, both parties should accept the results as they are. If you lost, you should agree that you lost. But how will it be possible that you will agree with it? When Election Commission conducts election in a fair manner, in a transparent manner, you can't question this person that he did something, some kind of manipulation. When you are clear about it, you can't question. The party will directly accept, okay, this time people did not vote for us, right? Imagine the scenario wherein the party is very clear that we did not lose the election. It is this election commission who manipulated things and brought the result in favor of them. Now what will happen? The other side will not accept the results. This can lead to something called as a kind of situation we call as civil war and divisions, complete divisions in the society. So that's why I said this. Building democracy is easy and breaking it is, building democracy is difficult, breaking it is very easy. You just need one wrong person or one wrong bureaucrat, not just one, because others will also put pressure, right? It's the job of everyone to question election commission. Now Rahul Gandhi is questioning, judiciary has to question, people have to question, civil society have to question. All these mechanisms, why we build all these mechanisms? So that this should not happen. Okay, so although what will happen in this particular case, that's a different thing. What is important is the institutional credibility. If people come to know that election commission is partial towards one party, people will not trust election commission. Now if you don't trust election commission, how are you going to conduct elections? Because the results are useless. Even if the results are on one side or the other side, doesn't matter. People will not accept. So whenever there is someone who is conducting this election or there is an institution, it is very important that your credibility should never be challenged. There's a very good statement which I read somewhere. Caesar's wife should be above suspicion. You don't know Caesar? There was someone called Julius Caesar. So if you read Shakespearean plays, so Julius Caesar was the king. So that saying is, Caesar's wife should be above suspicion. It doesn't literally mean we are talking about the wife of the king. Wife here simply means those who are working as representative of state. We're talking about these institutions like election commission. We're talking about, let's say, Supreme Court. We're talking about some officers. They're representing state, right? So their character should always look like they're full of integrity. That should never be under suspicion, because if it is under suspicion, then the trust between citizens and the state will collapse. And if the trust is not there, the system entirely will collapse. So if we want to go for scenarios like little anarchical systems, right, wherein people don't trust, like let's say you go to Afghanistan a few years back, or conditions wherein nobody knows who is the legitimate authority, because people do not trust your authority. Even if you make government, people don't have faith in your, people don't accept you as legitimate authority. Such condition is not good. Okay, getting the point? So credibility of this institution, election commission, this matters. Okay, it's the same thing I've mentioned over here. People will not have trust or faith in the democracy, faith in this system, etc., etc., etc. Okay, people matter because we are in democracy, simple. Even if it is not democracy, still people matter. That's why when there were kings and all, they also tried to show to the people or convince them that I deserve to rule. So they used to say, I am the son of God. Some story they used to make, or they used to make big temples, something they used to do to showcase that I am the legitimate ruler. In democracy, you have to do that by ensuring the credibility of your institutions, by ensuring that we are transparent, we are not doing anything wrong. That's very much important. Okay? Any doubt on this? Yes, any at least conceptually you are understanding where we are leading because of this issue. Yes? Now, they are using this term, proof under oath. Now, when Rahul Gandhi made this claim publicly, So now this issue is with Election Commission. So what Election Commission is doing, they are asking for this proof under oath. So proof under oath means there is this rule, Registration of Electors Rules 1960. Under that there is a rule that if you want to make any allegation against Election Commission's working or anything which you feel that it is wrong and you have some proof with you, you can file this official affidavit with the Election Commission. Then you have to also give some evidence, because what happens when we are in elections, what political parties or politicians do, they make any claims against anyone. Everyone knows that. Election Commission also knows that these people can make any claim against anyone. So they won't trust what you are saying. They want some evidence, some scientific evidence, show something. And this rule very clearly says, if it is true, we'll certainly take action for that. If it is false, we will take action against you. That's why this term, proof under oath, this is being used. Okay? So this is what right now is happening. Now this will continue. Few days it will take, something will happen. We'll get to know what happens after some time. Clear? In the mains, they'll not ask question on such issues that are happening. They'll go on broader level. They'll ask about the credibility of Election Commission. They might ask one statement, the credibility of Election Commission is being questioned. Relevance in present times, comment. Okay? So you should know why that credibility is being questioned. You can mention examples, but you can think about the importance of that credibility when you understand its relevance for the state and for the democracy. Clear? Doubt? People are looking very serious today. Yes? No? Okay. So, next one from the science page, which seems quite important, that is about groundwater contamination. Now, what do you people understand by groundwater contamination? Any idea what this term means? Groundwater contamination. What is groundwater? Huh? Huh? Yeah, underground water, obviously. But contamination? Pollution. Simple, very simple. So the water that is available underground, which you are calling it. So there are some aquifers or some, when you drill the ground, you will find there are some places where water deposit is available and that you are grabbing somehow. Now in that water, if there is some kind of contamination, some kind of pollution, which may cause some harm to your body, animal's body, plants, anyone, right? That is groundwater contamination. Now this particular article specifically says that because of groundwater contamination, first of all, right now it's a big thing that we need to focus on. Right now, especially in India, we are facing groundwater contamination as a problem, and this is being observed specifically in rural areas where it is leading to some health related issues. So it is very obvious, if the water is contaminated, you're drinking it, some kind of health challenge will be there. That's common sense, anyone can understand. Now the point is, why are we observing such contamination? Okay, so one reason, natural reason is the earth, the soil part, the rocks, they already have some minerals, few things are already there. So because it is already there, the possibility of contamination becomes very obvious. So it is possible that there is some area where there is a special kind of rock is available, special kind of mineral is available. So obviously if there are water deposits, it will be contaminated with it. Now when I say contamination, you see, sometimes some kind of minerals can be present, but in very low quantity. That is not so harmful for us. When it crosses that particular limit, when it is there present in the water beyond a particular limit, which is safe limit, then that is a problem for us. Okay, so in In earth we see arsenic, fluoride, uranium, etc., etc. Because they form in earth, they are present in earth. That's a natural reason. But this is not a major reason for us. Major reason is the one which we are creating, human made. So in agriculture we are using fertilizers, we are using pesticides. Not just we are using it, we are overusing it. We are overusing fertilizers and pesticides. That is a cause of concern. Now this pesticide or this fertilizer, it is going to seep into the soil and then seep into this groundwater, contaminating it. Okay? Right now it's very common. If you observe agriculture, the way agriculture is being done, you'll observe that this is very common. Everyone is using fertilizer. Right? Then second thing done by industries. Now we have industries, we want to expand industries, make in India, all these things. All things are good. But these industries, when something is a waste material for them, what they will do is they'll just dump it in the nearby waters or nearby areas. They'll not treat that waste material as such. So this is untreated effluent, or you can simply say some kind of liquid, you can say, which they are just dumping, discharging anywhere. That will also seep into the soil. Yes. Then problem of urbanization. Now urbanization is a problem because we people are coming to urban areas and so many people are there, so the management is not really good, especially if you look at the urban local bodies. They are not working well as such, because of which what we see, leaky sewage everywhere. I don't need to tell this. Just go outside and you will find sewage, leakage or open sewage completely, right? Solid waste management. It's not management, it's mismanagement. That's very common. Now, if you ask me the reason behind this overall problem of this urban things is that this urban local body does not have enough power with them. They don't have. We created local governments, but we did not give enough power to them. That is also one major challenge. Okay, because of which we see such problems coming into picture. And then salt water intrusion, some areas, coastal areas where we go for this salt production and all. So there many a times we see when you're going for over pumping things and many other things, there such things happen. This is not a major thing. These three things are major one: agriculture, industry and urbanization. These are the major things that we are doing, which is causing this groundwater contamination. Clear? So the solution for this would not be to just cancel out these things. We can't stop agriculture, we can't stop our industries, neither urbanization. So we have to find out solution for these problems, whatever are there. Clear? Now the article is talking about rural areas. They are saying in rural areas people are getting some kind of health diseases because of this contamination. Why it is being observed more in rural areas and less in urban areas? Reason being, in rural areas people are not much aware of contamination and all. They'll take whatever is available. Relatively, when you look at urban areas, people are relatively more aware. That is one thing. Second, they already lack the infrastructure that is needed. See, to get the water supply, the infrastructure in rural areas is already poor. Second, you want to test the quality of the water. No, nothing is present in rural areas wherein you can test the water, right? So all these problems lead to more health related issues because of this problem in rural areas. That doesn't mean in urban areas there is no problem. There is. Okay, but in rural areas you will observe it more. Clear? Now I have a good list for you and I suggest read it and revise it. This is important. Okay. These are the major contaminants as far as groundwater is concerned. One is nitrate, fluoride, arsenic, uranium, iron, radon, heavy metals. As far as I remember rightly, there was a question on fluoride, there was a question on arsenic, and I think on uranium also. Okay. So just read all these contaminants. their source from where we are getting it. So their source, let's say because of fertilizers we are getting nitrate. Okay, we are putting urea, from there we are getting nitrate. So this is one source. For fluoride, some natural minerals are there, some coming from the industrial part or industrial wastage. Okay, so you should know which mineral or which part is coming from which particular source. This you should certainly know, and what kind of health impact it might have on your body. Okay, so this is not something to teach, this is just to read, revise, that's it. Okay, now this article specifically also talks about the areas or the states where we see the contamination is very high. So that you can see over here, for example, nitrate, Rajasthan, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, MP. Uranium, if we see, Rajasthan, Punjab, Gujarat, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka. So are we making nuclear weapons using that uranium? No. We are drinking the water contaminated with uranium. So just read this, okay, and note it down for sure. Now, to deal with such underground or groundwater contamination, we have some authorities, some bodies. Out of that, these two bodies are very important. You should know about them. One body is a technical body. Other body is the regulatory body. Regulatory means they have got power to regulate. They can impose any fine on someone for contaminating. They can take any action. Okay. So that regulatory body is Central Groundwater Authority. Okay. And technical body is this Central Groundwater Board. Don't get confused in these words. What is board? What is authority? When there is authority, that means they have some power. That's a regulatory authority. What this board will do? See, both of them will work under this Ministry of Jal Shakti. Both of them. Initially in 1970, this Central Groundwater Board was created. It's a technical body, so technical people will be there. They will study this groundwater contamination. They will come up with data, they'll come up with some studies, and they will give some advice. That's their task. Okay? So they will do their task, and after that, this authority will take some action. Now this authority was created way later on. So in the year 1997 we created it. This was in 1970, this was in 1997. And this was created under this Environment Protection Act of 1986. Okay? Now their core task is to regulate these things. Okay, what happens is, we were very happy by just creating this board, the technical body, but it was being found out that so much groundwater contamination is happening and it is continuously increasing. So when many cases reached out to Supreme Court gave some guideline that we need to have some regulatory body in this particular segment. We never thought about it, but right now we need it. So after that, we made such a body. Clear? So they have got all the authority. So let's say if they want to give this NOC certificate, they will decide whether to give. Let's say there is an industry they're setting up, and you know that they are in this industry might come up with some products because of which some contamination is possible. So now this authority will decide whether to give this company this kind of NOC certificate or not. No objection certificate, we call it NOC. Okay. So they have all the authority. When you say regulation, they get most of the powers. Clear? So this is these two agencies, at least this board and this authority, at least you should know as far as groundwater contamination is concerned. And then we have few more other, like this Central Pollution Control Board, state pollution control boards. When it comes to pollution, air pollution, water pollution, all those pollutions will come into picture. For these Central Pollution Control Boards, they also have substantial power. And then we have something called this National Green Tribunal, special body taking care of the cases related to environment, and they have expertise when it comes to environment part, right? That's why we see most of the cases, they don't reach to Supreme Court, they reach to the NGT. Okay, so all these bodies will come into picture whenever we will talk about it. At least you should have this brief idea. Clear? Any doubt or confused? No? So many bodies? Don't worry, you'll remember. Not so tough. They ask in prelims also, huh? This body is important for prelims also. Next, this is good article, although in the article they have mentioned just data, tables, so many tables. But one important thing that we can grab from this article, how social media campaigns shape 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Now, this is a study from this Lokniti CSDS survey, and it's a very relatively authentic survey that we get. Now, the point is, we don't need to get into the details of this survey, what all they have mentioned. What we can focus on is the role of social media, increasing role of social media when it comes to politics or these elections. Now, what do you think? Social media is an important topic for which paper? Tell me any paper. Yes? You may say, sir, GS3, Science and Tech. Okay. More relevance will be rather for essay paper. Okay, we have standard essays, general themed essays. In that, they keep on asking about media. Media is a theme which keeps on repeating. So sometimes they focus on some kind of media, sometimes they focus on social media. They keep on changing that. But you'll observe one trend. They will focus on media as one dimension. So social media nowadays, because social media is the main media, rest all is just useless. Because people, what's the task of media? Communicate, say whatever you want to say to the people. That's the main thing. And social media is doing that way better than any other media, right? So how social media is impacting elections is something you should have broad idea about, at least broad idea that this is what is happening right now. So social media platforms, all the platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all these platforms. Right now what is happening? One important thing about the social media platform is you can directly reach out to every single person you want to reach out. That was not very easily possible in any kind of media. Initially, we had print media. Any newspaper, let's say, initially when newspapers were being printed, only educated people, they were having access to the information you are giving. Then came this news channels and all, but those people who had access to television, only they could get that info. So we see some evolution, and here when we look at social media, it seems it has that broadened horizon. It has access to the mass, and you can change the opinion of mass because these platforms have that power with them. So I had discussed this thing earlier also, when I said, if I show something negative about one person or one political party to you every single day, if not today, at least after 6 months or 1 year, you will not vote that person for sure. I can change the voting behavior just by using these platforms. Now what these platforms do, they earn money through you people, or let's say these political parties, they're earning money. Political parties, what they do, in Instagram, you can even decide that I want to run an advertisement, and that advertisement should only run in this particular area. Let's say I'll set Ashok Nagar area, or let's say Hyderabad only. So only those people who are using Instagram in Hyderabad, they'll get my ad. So specific. And now I'll show you the ad which I want. So what political parties will do? They'll show good about their party, bad about the other party, simple. Now see, is it a good thing or a bad thing? Why bad thing? I have a political party, a good political party, I want to show my work. What's the problem? So that's the election all about, na? In election, why would you vote then? I have to at least give my speech, then only you will vote. Why it is wrong? That is like part of politics. You have to, you can't speak good about your opponent, otherwise he will win. Yes? And this freedom of speech. So, what's the problem? The problem is it gives extra added advantage to the political party which has got a lot of money. Because you can run more ads, you can reach out to more people, and you can reach out to them many times, When you pay a lot of money to these platforms, you pay as much as you can. They will show as many ads you want. So if there's a very small political party, they don't have enough money. Can they fight on such a large scale on which that party is fighting, which is running the government at the central level, which is being considered the largest party by membership? Do you think it is possible? Yes, so it is not, it is actually a very discriminatory platform if you look at it this way. Positive in that sense wherein it's giving you option to reach out to so many people. Positive in that sense. Negative in this sense, that people with money will gain extra advantage. Getting the point? Yes? So, some key observations you see. Number one, direct voter engagement. Earlier, political parties never could go directly and engage with the voter. Here it is becoming possible. You are individually on your phone, you are getting that advertisement or whatever information that leader has to tell you. That is happening. This direct voter engagement that you are saying, this is becoming possible because of social media. Good thing. Okay. Then data analytics and micro targeting. This is something what I discussed right now about this Instagram, that you can target a particular location, be very specific about it. You can do data analytics to understand what is the pattern. You can understand, see, as far as I understand these algorithms and the way these companies operate, Facebook, Instagram, I'm pretty sure they already know the results of elections because they have all the data. They know which post you people like and which post you don't like. By that they know who is winning and who is not winning. And if they know, they can even turn it. They can change it also. They hold that power. So that's why those big social media companies, actually it is being said that they are the real powerful people. If they want, they can change the regime in country. Okay? Then this is influencer politics. This is little new. So politicians giving speech, that's a different thing. Politicians influencing you, that's their professional job. They'll have to do it. We have no problem with that. But now comes some influencer, YouTube influencers, Instagram influencers. What they will do? They'll not say vote for this person, vote for this party. But indirectly, they'll say something by which, because they are influencers, they can influence your mind. And indirectly, they will say something which will influence you. And we don't know that they are paid by this party in background. Right? This is also very problematic stuff. Then these parties, they go for youth-centric strategies. Reason being, it is the youth who is using more social media than any other generation. Okay, and the point is, if you look at the other generations, they get influenced by social media, but they get influenced by many other things. But if you look at these youngsters, 90% chance of them getting influenced is from social media. Getting the point? That's why these parties also, they focus on these people, youth. Very easy, and they are in the age wherein it's very easy to influence them. It's quite difficult to influence you people, the age at which you are. Just go back few years back, it was very easy. Okay? And regional language content is also available. So when you say something in regional language, people emotionally connect with you. So that emotional connect brings more votes than anything. That's why Modi ji go to Arunachal Pradesh and say that my relationship with Arunachal Pradesh is so old. He never visited that place, but still he says that. That's how, like, he goes to Tamil Nadu, he says, Vanakkam. This happens, like, this they keep on doing, and this is happening. Now we are even including AI in it, so that might also bring few things like, let's say, Prime Minister or some party leader is giving a speech. Now you can translate that speech very easily in the local language and reach out to people. Very easy. So all these things are happening. Good thing about social media. Number one, so many people are participating in this. You can reach out to so many people. It's a good sign for democracy. In a democracy, this is what we expect, right? We don't want a democracy wherein 100 people are there, only 30% come and vote. Rest, they don't know anything about it. What is happening, what is not, they don't care also. We would always find it good if all 100 people come, they give their choice, and then whoever wins, no issues, right? At least you're reaching out, participation is increasing. It's a good sign for democracy. Okay, this is something we call even the participative democracy dimension. And on social media, because social media is a bit anarchical, something you cannot say in front of anyone, but you can just make a comment on any YouTube video or something. If you hate someone, you will not speak anywhere. But on social media, nobody can find out. So you will, that's why we get any kind of comments, good, bad, worse, anything is possible. So the ultimate level of freedom of speech and expression without responsibility, right? So that seems to be a good thing. Quick dissemination, this is also a very good thing. You post something right now. Just imagine 1947 and present situation. If Nehru said something, that information to reach out to a person sitting in a village in Telangana, how much time will it take? We don't know how much time will it take. Now, Amit Shah posts one thing, within few seconds, viral. Right? Entire world knows what happened. Getting the point? This is also a very good thing. And this two-way communication which is happening. Government is, or the party leaders, they are giving information whatever they want to give. On the other side, you people also give the feedback on the face through those comments. Whatever is in your mind, you will speak it out on those comments. So they also get the response on the spot. That was never possible with any media. You can't, did you had that option with newspapers, news channels? Hardly. So this is something, if you can think about it. Now, if there is an essay, I am sure you can grab these points to think about or write about. Okay? So these are good things. Bad things, this misinformation or fake news that is happening. Especially in case of this Operation Sindoor, I personally found out what is fake news, because even I was reading about it, but never saw it happening in front of my eyes. During Operation Sindoor, I saw that. Any channel is showing whatever they want to. We took control of Karachi, we took control of Islamabad, we used BrahMos, whatever comes in their mind, they were just putting on channels. So I understood that I should watch the news channels instead of this Kapil Sharma show for comedy. Now, this misinformation is a problem because it's very easy. You have the platform, you speak whatever you want to. So any leader will say anything, right? That's how even rumors start spreading. That happens. Then algorithm echo chambers, or in simple terms, these algorithms, what they do is, they keep on showing you the same content which you like, right? So if you already have a bias, you are little bit biased towards a political party or a politician. Little bias, but because you feel that you're like, we are preparing for civil service, sir, we are very neutral people, we are balanced and all. But because during childhood, something happened, something your parents told, whatever is the reason, somewhere you are little suspicious about a politician. Now Instagram will show you the content in such a way that by next year, you will be like taking one something in hand and I want to kill this person. Right? You will get radicalized to that extent. So these things become possible. Then there is the issue of data privacy. Yes, sometimes personal data is used, misused, people target you. Yes, that's a problem. You make a comment, suddenly others start targeting you. That's a problem. And uneven playing field. That's the one thing I discussed till now. That those parties, or those, see, when I say parties, don't just look at parties. There will be a nexus between a political party and a corporate office also, or any businessman also. So they might be having nexus. Who will provide money to these politicians or parties? Money will come from the corporate houses, right? So look at that nexus. And I'm saying anyone who has got more money, more resources with them, they will get this extra edge in the elections, especially when they are using social media. Clear? Any doubt on this? Yes? No? Done then. That's all about this social media platform. Okay, thank you so much.